I want to talk about central adiposity today. Central adiposity is the accumulation of fat in your lower torso around your abdominal. And so many people want to get rid of belly fat because of an aesthetic reason. But I'm here to make the argument that it should be for a health reason. Because the central adiposity, the fat around your central part of your body, is a combination of both subcutaneous and visceral fat. Subcutaneous is fat just underneath the skin, subcutaneous, and visceral is the one surrounding your internal organs. And it would seem like the more you have around your waist, the more you're likely to have it around your organs. So the central adiposity occurs, the bigger your waist circumference, the more likely you have fat around your vital organs. Now, it's not so much of a big deal if you're able to drop your body fat. But as an example I've used previously, if you were to get liposuction, for example, it doesn't actually reduce your risk because you still have fat around your visceral organs. So the real thing you need to do is get down your body fat. And as you see your stomach fat go down, that means that it's associated with the visceral fat decreasing. Now, increased adiposity is associated with increased risk. The more fat you have, the more your risk. And it increases the risk of diabetes, hypertension, that's high blood pressure, heart disease, and dementia. So it has an influence on your brain as well. Now, these risks created by central adiposity are actually independent of BMI class. So it doesn't matter about your BMI. There is an opportunity that your BMI is in the right place, but because your waist circumference is high, you still have this increased risk. Now, how do we measure central adiposity? We measure your waist circumference. Remember, waist circumference is the circumference around your torso, just above your bones of your hips. At the very top, that's where you put the tape measure. It's not always the belly button. Sometimes it does line up with that, but often it doesn't. What are the risk factors? For low risk, males need to be below 37-inch waist circumference. For low risk, women need to be below 31.5. Now, soon as males get above 40 inches, as soon as women get above 34.5 inches, that's when the higher risk starts to set in. Now, you might want to look at your waist circumference to your height ratio because this tells you even more information. Sometimes a bigger person has a bigger waist. So sometimes that doesn't always tell you the whole story. But let's say you have a high risk waist circumference. The next thing to do is check it in relation to your height. We're looking at your waist circumference to height ratio. Take your waist circumference divided by your height. If the number is between 0.5 and 0.59, there is slightly increased risk. But the highest risk happens when that number, waist circumference divided by your height, remember to use the same units, is above 0.6. That's the highest risk. So what am I asking you to do? Get down your waist circumference. Use that as a measure of success because central adiposity, fat around your central body, your core if you want to call it that, has higher risk for all these things: diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, dementia. And more fat around your waist tends to mean more fat around the organs, the reason why the risk occurs in the first place. So get down that waist circumference if you want to improve your health.